the upright is his delight. The way of the wicked is an abomination to the Lord, but he loves him who follows what? Righteousness. But do you know, not only those who turn away their ear from hearing the law, is that an abomination? But another thing that's an abomination is thinking that you can be saved by your good works. By going on pilgrimages, by paying penance, or doing other things, thinking that you can earn your salvation like the Pharisees thought. Notice what Jesus had to say in Luke chapter 16 and verse 15. Luke 16 verse 15. And he said to them, "You are those who justify yourselves before men, but God knows your hearts. For what is highly esteemed among men," which is the idea that you can be justified by your works, "for what is highly esteemed by men is what? Is an abomination in the sight of God." Thinking that you don't have to listen to the law is an abomination, and thinking that you can be saved by keeping the law is also an abomination. So we need to look out for churches who say, well, you know, we don't have to worry about the law as Christians. Jesus kept it, you know, we're under grace, and we turn away our ear from hearing the law. We also have to fear for churches that say that you have to fulfill a whole bunch of requirements in order for God to accept you, in order for you to be saved. In other words, people who say they can be saved by their works, that's an abomination. People who say they can be saved in their sins, that is also an abomination. Do you know what else is an abomination? Fornication or adultery. Let me ask you, does the harlot practice fornication? She most certainly does. Is that an abomination in the sight of the Lord, to fornicate with the kings of the earth? For the church to be involved with the political powers of the world? Absolutely. Notice Jeremiah 13, 26 and 27. Jeremiah 13, 26 and 27. "Therefore I will uncover your skirts over your face, that your shame may appear. I have seen your adulteries and your lustful nightings, the lewdness of your harlotry, your abominations on the hills in the fields. Woe to you, O Jerusalem! Will you still not be made clean?" Once again, the idea of harlotry, the idea of fornication is spoken of as an abomination in the sight of God. And the harlot, of course, fornicates with the kings of the earth. Do you know what else is an abomination according to Scripture? Thinking that you can eat anything and everything. God gave certain prescriptions about certain kinds of foods that can be eaten and others that cannot be eaten. Notice Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 3. Deuteronomy chapter 14 verse 3. This chapter contains a list of the types of flesh that can be eaten or cannot be eaten. And notice how the chapter begins. "You shall not eat any detestable thing." Now that word detestable is the identical word that is translated repeatedly in the Old Testament, abominable thing. And then it gives a list of the animals, the clean animals that could be eaten, and the unclean animals that could not be eaten.